Alright, so this video, I'm going to be talking about a little bit more, it's a little bit more personal because it has to do with my life. So I'm going to be using it as more of an example on what I'm going through. So other people that want to butt into my business know exactly the whole story. Because you can know one person's story, but if you don't know all of it, then you can't make a psychological bias opinion on what's right and wrong. Alright, so I'm going off of mental, financial, and emotional support to a family. I mean, what is more important? I mean, you need all of them to be functioning, but what is more important? I have no problem admitting that my ex and her girlfriend are financially more stable for my kids. Don't think I'm not trying to get more stable with financial, but when it comes to the emotional and mental um, support, they don't know what they're talking about. All right, this goes back with the court system that I think is a joke. This goes back to how men and women are treated. Is the punchline. All right. Um, I'm gonna be looking into how to actually get into psychology and all that, so I can actually get into therapy and counseling as a profession, not what I want to do and actually get help myself, but to help others. Because I did have my ex's girlfriend wanted to make a laughing face comment on one of my videos that had to do with calling women out. Not men calling women out, but other women calling other women out. Because I'm sorry, face it, you guys don't know how to do that all that well. Men, we can call each other out. Might turn to fist fight, might turn to yelling, might turn into just, oh, okay, I get you. But we don't have a problem calling each other out. If you're talking out the side of your neck and you're one of my brothers, I'm going to call you out. Period. Um, but I posted a comment on my Facebook about how my ex's girlfriend. You want to know that much about me? Go find my Facebook and do research because I'm not going to give out so much information. I'm only going to give enough out to explain my situation. You want to know more? Hit me up on my Facebook or on YouTube. I changed my YouTube's name to The Rambling because that's what my show is going to be called, The Rambling, because that's what I do. I ramble about 10 different topics in one topic. Um, but Financially, yes. I want to shout out to my ex and her girlfriend. Financially, yes, you guys are taking care of my kids well. I have no problems with that. But emotionally and mentally, you guys are destroying my girls. Flat out. All right. It's been about 2 months I've seen my oldest and my youngest with my ex. She's my oldest is 5, my youngest is 2. There's been a lot. I have text messages that I've printed out because I'm gonna be turning them into court once I can get a lawyer. So if anybody can help me out with that and find me a lawyer, because it's not that easy to just call up and make an appointment, because you have automated machines that want to just give you just give talk, and you can't really talk to a person to set up an appointment. And most of the places are booked. And I live out Lakewood, and the closest place I can find a pro bono lawyer is up in Tacoma, which they're only doing walk-ins at 1 to 3. But when it comes down to what's more important, I think you need all of them. I don't think there's one specific one that's actually more important than the other. Financially, you could be paying for your kids' clothes, school, food. That's fine. Mentally, getting them ready to be who the person they are, and emotionally to understand who they are. So I think honestly, you need all of them to be a good parent. And unfortunately, I'm sorry, because my ex and her girlfriend don't know how to not live in the past. They've not really actually gotten out of there. They're so stuck in there. They're so stuck in that mindset. Maybe not the situation as a personal, generally in there. They're not doing drugs and all that, but they're still in that mindset that I'm in the wrong. My 5-year-old woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning, and crying. They went in there and checked on her, and she was crying for me. And then I have this comment that I posted up there. I don't care. I put her girlfriend's name up there and said, that you are a pathetic excuse of a mother and a female and a woman. All right, because in my chance, those are the emotional and mental status that you guys are not fulfilling. Financially, you guys are feeling it. You got it. You got clothes on my girl's back. You got food in their stomach. You got a roof over their head. You're doing. But mentally and emotionally, you guys are starving my kids. You're hurting them. I have no problem admitting that for my faults, my wrong. All right, but just because I'm not perfect does not make you a saint. Flat out. All right, and so my ex's girlfriend, you guys have been together for 3 years. All right, we were together for 6. She was in a relationship for 10 years, married to a man that had a son with, and then got with me. All right, so you've only been there for 3 years. I've been there for 6 plus 2 that I had feelings for her. All right, so for 2 years of your relationship that you had with that man that you were married to, I had feelings for you, and I was there for you, and I hung out with you, and you offered me a place to stay. It wasn't until I moved in that you wanted to actually start something and really got to know me. Okay, because before you didn't care for me. And that was your own words. All right, but this whole course stuff, because I had a parenting plan. I thought me and my ex, I thought we were on the same page. I got tired of the course stuff because it was nerve wracking for me. I mean, let alone for my kids. All right, I thought we were on the same page, so I said yes to a lot of things. So as much as the course stuff is very racking in a man's mind or even a woman's mind, don't just assume that you and your other person see eye to eye. All right, once you make it to court, all that is out the door. All right, if I have to go to court, then honestly, you and me aren't seeing eye to eye. And I knew this, but I listened to my caseworker with TCYF and tried to talk to them instead of trying to get to them. Because, I believe that, as much as I can't make my ex and her girlfriend do what I want, I can't control them. DCYF, CPS, the court, the system, the law, they can. But they don't take the power they have and use it for good. I'm sorry, they don't. I'm actually trying to get into a lot of fields when it comes to counseling and drug counseling, therapy, psychology. I'm actually trying to get into politics and this, all that shit. Because I think that's where I'm supposed to be. I don't have a high school diploma. I don't have a GED. I don't have any masters. All right, I'm probably not going to go to college. So I'm trying to find a way to actually get into all this stuff without having to do all that shit because I think it's pointless. I really do. If you actually keep an open mind and actually listen and hear people out, and as they're talking, let what you're hearing and listening to boil in your mind and then speak. I mean, I have a bad habit of cutting people off because I know what they're gonna say. I know where this is going, before they even get done. And yes, a lot of people like to be heard, so work on not cutting them off and just letting them speak. And then when you have a minute to say, hey, can I speak? Then talk. So I have to work on that. But I'm just coming on here because I just got done with group. That I'm actually in group for drugs, due to personal reasons. I mean, I'm in there myself for my own reasons. I'm still doing group. I'm trying to get into counseling now. To help with me with my personal issues. But yeah, this is pretty much just has to do with the system, parenting, in a nutshell. Trying to understand and trying to grasp and try to show other people this world is not. It's not. I mean, I think the law system needs to have logic and facts, but I think it also needs to have the emotional connection because you're not dealing with just somebody's issues or problems, but you're dealing with their life as well. So as much as yes, this person did this, and this, I don't think that's just where it needs to end. I do think you need to dig deeper to help that person to actually get those roots of the problem that got them there in the first place. So dealing with my ex and her girlfriend, like I said, I haven't seen my girls in 2 months. I've asked them to actually, if I can call them at 8 o'clock, because we used to do 8 o'clock nighttime phone calls. Now I can't, because they won't answer my phone calls. And truthfully, honestly, yes, they've had text messages, that they've hit me up so I can talk, but I don't hit them back, and that's only because I know where this is going. It's just gonna turn into another pissing match. So hitting them because I'm not gonna answer the way they want. All right, I'm not. I'm just not. Um, so because I don't hit them up, they want to use that in court and prove that I'm not trying to contact my kids. But I'm not gonna have a pissing match, and I'm not gonna bend over backwards, let them ram something at me because that makes them feel better. All right, even if like I'm not gonna do it anymore. All right, I used to bend over backwards, and I have an apartment up at 25th and G, in Tacoma, that I was willing to let them live in, my girls and her girlfriend, and I would walk the streets. They stole money off my car 3 months in a row, my SSI, 3 months in a row. I didn't have any money because they stole it off my car because my ex girlfriend actually has ability to do all that fraud shit. She's actually I've had like they used to steal people's wallets and phones, trick guys into going to hotels, um, and say they're gonna have a threesome. And once the guys in the shower, they steal their shit and leave. I had to have a guy come to my apartment that I just gave the address to. A guy came there, and I was trying to solve this shit without cops. As my ex is bitching me out. Her girlfriend is ratting her out, throwing her into bus. Put my kids in predicaments that they just shouldn't be in. So, like, the system really needs to change. The courts, CPS, DCYF, how. I mean, that's why I brought up the whole mental and financial and emotional thing is how do you determine who is a good, because, like, I'm sorry, my ex and her girlfriend are not emotionally and mentally in the capacity to be a parent. They're just not. Financially, yes. I have no problem admitting that. That financially they're better off, But emotionally and mentally they're killing my kids. So if anybody can actually help me get in touch with a lawyer, because I mean I'm like a 1% of the men that actually are trying to be a part of their kids' lives, and the system is not really being there for my kids, and they're making up shit to make my ex and her girlfriend look better. All right, and so like financially is great. I do believe that it's important, but you're not getting them ready for life, and you're not treating them with respect if you're not doing the mental and emotional. Financially, it's great. You can pay for my kids' clothing. You can get them to school. You can make sure you have gas money in your car. You make sure there's food in the fridge. You make sure there's food in their stomach. So financially works, but that's only to keep them alive. That's not going to keep them compassionate and understanding and respectful. All right, and you don't get props for keeping me out of their lives. All right, I've tried to work with you. I've tried to be an equal playing ground. I try to communicate with you guys. I try to phone call you guys. I try to work things out. You guys just want me to go away, and I'm not going away. All right. So for people out there that actually know my ex and her girlfriend, all right, if you're not going to get to know me and know the whole story, then you don't get to come to me and spit all this shit like, oh, they're doing good, when you don't know what's going on. You know what you're seeing, which honestly is a lot because a lot of people out there are blind. All right, to what I'm talking about, and you're being told what they say. And I'm sorry, but my ex and her girlfriend are narcissists. All right, straight up narcissists. My, I hope my little one doesn't see this because my ex's girlfriend wants to hit me up and send me a text message about how my ex was thinking about getting a miscarriage or not miscarriage, abortion on my youngest, my 2-year-old. All right, and that she talked her out of it because she didn't want to have more kids with me. Do you know what that would do? Yeah, she doesn't have to see this video. She doesn't have to read these text messages. She knows it. She ain't stupid. I mean, you show it every time how you interact with her, so they're gonna pick up on that. So I hope my ex and her girlfriend see this video because honestly, when my girls get old enough to come look for me, I'm going to spit shit with them. I'm going to be real with them. I ain't going to fucking talk all this adult talk because I know how to talk with them without being a dick. All right. I don't have to cuss. I don't have to do this. I can, that's your mom. All right. So no matter how me and your mom interacted, that has nothing to do with you. But as a person, if you want to know why I'm not here and why this and all that, talk to your mom. All right. Because I'm more than willing to be there. I'm more than willing to stand by you. I'm more than willing to pay for this. I'm more than willing to do that. All right. I have church friends that are willing to come get you and pick you up and bring you to me and bring you back to your mom. Your mom wants to keep me out of your life. Your mom wants nothing to do with me because she can't face herself. And that's why she doesn't like having me around, because I will make her face herself. That's plain out simple. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm going to tell you my bad, my good, her bad. I mean, I wish that, honestly, the woman that I was with could show back around, because I missed the day that me and her, I held her when she cut the cake to do our gender reveal. It came out with pink. All right, that's for you, my oldest. All right. She saw that pink and she broke down and cried, and I held her because she was so happy to have a girl. All right, because she was having problems getting, pregnant. I mean, her marriage before, she had one boy for 10 years, and in half the time I got her pregnant twice and miscarried 4 times. All right, we almost had 6 kids if they all would have lived. All right. So, you can think whatever, all right, but if you don't know everything, then you can't come to me and try to spit facts when they're just opinions. That's not how that works. And for my ex-girlfriend, there's another takeoff of that one video that I put out there. I think it's really funny is that the only comment that you made was a laughing face on a post, on a short little video that I posted about other women calling other women out. And you want to put a laughing face on that one. There was all other videos that you could have fucking made up, but you made a comment on that one. I think that pretty much tells me right there that you know what I'm saying is true. All right, flat out. I don't care. Flat out. So this one is going to be definitely a personal video about what I'm going through, because I'm trying to get in touch with a lawyer. I'm trying to get a pro bono lawyer. I'm trying to get a church to maybe help me with a charity to help me get money so I can actually pay for a lawyer, so I can get back in my kid's life. Because right now, because of how the system is and how the parenting plan went, and the judge that I had on my case is a joke. The whole court system that I had on my case is a joke. They won't help me with actually get a lawyer to come talk to me, because it's just a pain to actually get one. It's hard. I've been looking up other places. I've been emailing places. I've been trying to call places. They want to have me on this robotic answer machine that I have to hit this number, hit this number, hit this number, hit this number, and I can't get anybody on there. And I've hit other people up through emails. They're all booked. The last one I hit was 6, 8 emails later, and they want to say, "Oh, I can't help you with that. We're booked." You couldn't tell me in the first video. You don't need to know my story to know if you're booked. All right. So that's flat out bad communication. If you're booked, then you're booked. You don't need to know anything else if you're booked. So I do think, honestly, the system actually is really biased and prejudiced against men, especially men that actually want to be in their kid's life. My daughter Srini and my daughter Majesty, those are my girls. I'll talk about them. I ain't gonna say the mom's name. I ain't gonna say the ex's name. But my 5-year-old Srini and my 2-year-old Majesty, I love them. I want to be in their lives. But they know, but the mom will know I won't call them out on their shit. I ain't gonna put up with shit. I ain't gonna put up their little games. That's the only thing I've ever wanted since all this stuff started, was the games to stop and my girls in my life. That's it. I don't care about your personal life, what you want to do on the weekends. I don't care. And I have no desire to be friends with you. All right? That's done. That's dead. I don't care what's going on with you. Bring my kids. Let me see them. Let me hang out with them. Let me be with them. Let me be a father. All right? That's the only thing I matter about. That's the only thing that matters. That's it. So, I'm making this video really just to get all this shit off my chest. With the system and how the DCYF and CPS work. Especially with everything that's going on with this whole pronoun shit. DCYF, CPS, that's up to you. You guys need to do better. You guys suck. You guys are pieces of shit. Alright? Just to let you know. I had a case, and all the shit you told me, my caseworker, I'm not going to say her name. She knows who she is if she sees this. All right. My caseworker could have said a lot of shit to help me in my case. A lot of shit that she told me, but she didn't. All right. You're just letting the case go. But you could have had my kid's best interest. And it's not about me. This has nothing to do with me. I don't need you to coddle me. I need you to be there for my kid's safety. And you weren't. All right? You weren't at all. You're a joke. You want to spit all this shit with me, but you want to be there for my ex. You weren't there for my kids. You were there for my ex. My kids are not safe with them. Financially, they're safe, but mentally and emotionally, they are not. All right, that's what I'm trying to get at. You need all of these, not one or the other. Financially is great to pay for this and pay for that, make sure there's bills. All right, that takes care of that. But helping them as a person and as a female or male, that's not. That's what mental and emotional come in. Financially is whatever. You know, that's important, but to help them be healthy and not want to think down on themselves or not think daddy wants nothing to do with them because they can't see me because my ex has no life. You don't have a job. All right, so you could, being a mother, be an adult, take the car and bring them to see me. You want to talk all that shit about how oh 3 o'clock she was crying for you. Okay, call me up. You have my cell phone. All right, don't try to use that to make me feel guilty for you guys fucking my kids up. All right, you guys were fucking my kids up, not me. I'm right here. You guys have my number. You know how to get a hold of me. All right, and I have no problem. I don't care what time it is. Call me. I'm there for my kids. But you guys chose not to. I missed my 2-year-old's, birth because she didn't want me there. Because she can't get out of her own head. You might be clean and all that, but you're still acting like a drug whore. All right, you're still acting like a piece of shit, scumbag. All right, I'm here being clean. I'm here doing this. I'm here doing that. I'm in a group for my drugs and all that personally. These who I am is not making me do this. Of course not. Maybe I'm in group because I choose to be. I'm still in there. I'm getting the counseling. I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to do that. All right. So don't come at me acting like you're perfect when you're way beyond perfect. But this topic is definitely getting really heavy for me because I miss my girls. I wish my ex could just grow the fuck up. I mean, between us, we're done. You don't have to. You want to stay mad at me? Fine, stay mad at me. But seeing my kids and having my kids in my life has nothing to do with you or me. It has to do with me and my kids. So, you want to let me see my kids? Cool. Bye. I don't need you here. I don't need you to supervise. I know how to be a parent. All right? Way better than you do. All right? I'm sorry to say that, but way better than you do. All right? So, I'm going to end this video right now because, like I said, it's getting heavy and it's just pissing me the fuck off with how the system is and how the courts work. So yeah, I hope my ex and her girlfriend can grow the fuck up, be adults, and put their differences aside and just let me see my kids, because that's all this is about. Is my kids want me and I want them. So it has nothing to do with them and their personals. I don't care. They can do whatever they want. I don't give a shit. All right, but it has nothing to do with them. It has to do with me and my kids, and you guys keep them from me. And probably run this video until at least 25 minutes, and then I'll end it. Because this is just BS with how the system works. So I'm definitely gonna be getting in touch with some places and try to get more and more in touch with them, so I can actually, because the system needs to change. It's fucking way beyond broken when you can have a narcissistic, two-faced cunt as Mother of the Year. All right, that doesn't work that way. I'm sorry. How would you feel about Mary Poppins giving cocaine to the kids? Would it be okay? All right, and that's how I feel. So yeah, you need to grow the fuck up. Like, that's just all I can really say. And get your head out of your ass and admit that you have some problems too. I have no problem admitting that I got some problems. I got a lot of problems, but I'm working on them. You're not. All right, flat out, you're not. So on that note, see where this video goes.